So today, as you guys notice, we are back and doing some city skylines. Now, what I do have in mind today is if we go and click on our districts, I do kind of want to bring in this district here. Now, I'm kind of doing a large district, large thing here, for a point being. But we're going to go with the smaller one and allow us to get around in moving our stuff. Now please do mind that my CPU, that if you're hearing that sound, that is because my CPU is running at a good CPU power, and I'm not going to say the worst of it all. Is that, but we want to get a USA theme going, a style theme, if I can. Now I'm trying to keep away from the highway as much as possible. So we're going to go in and I'm going to go up here and we're just going to clear it off the highway as much as I can. Because we don't want it on the highway in case if a policy that I want to put on here involves the highway. I also do want to keep it off the intersection and whatever's over here. Okay? And then I want to add a little bit more into that distance over here and add what's across the street. Across the street. Now, so that it allows, and I also do want to go in and clear it out right off that edge there. We did add a minus that second extra district. My bad. We need to no. Don't have it. We need to erase that district and add it into the natural district of this one. And not any other district, because that means that should be good enough. Now let's go over into Holly Hills. There's really no hills around it, but we're going to enable the USA theme down in here. That should be alright. Not all of them are loaded, but it should work as the way. Holly Park, right? Okay, so Holly Park isn't. That's city policy, right? Is that the? Let's take that off the city policy because that's just not right. We wanted this to be over here. Also, Holly Hills is also going to have a policy of recycling as well. Okay. Alright, so that's going to make it look more like organic foods is in here. We kind of got this more organic food. Well, this should all be similar to that. Now, I do want to clear that portion out and replace that with more commercial. With more commercial. Just generic, basic commercial. This is the only part of the city that will have that. Then I want to kind of take and increase that there for people living. I also do want to go in and we're going to seam rip or rip out the people in this area here. Now the reason why I'm doing that is because we want to extend this with high residential. Then we're going to go out to that far distance back there. And then we're also going to do one, we're also going to make sure that over here is also has this. Now, it's not going to be extensively the best. Now, I've decided that for today, this video, that it's supposed to be going up on the 21st, which is being recorded. I might record or upload it to on the 22nd of June, and then move our Sony/Microsoft video tomorrow as well is supposed to be uploaded. If that doesn't get uploaded on the 22nd, then we will upload it on the 23rd, which is that Friday. But 90% sure that it will be uploaded on a later date. So, but this video should be up by at least the 21st of June or the 22nd. If you're watching this later, that's not going to be apparent to you. I also do want to come in here and seam rip out this area as well. Because what we're gonna it's gonna hurt our population a lot, but it's gonna also, if we go in and I'm gonna replace all of this with I'm gonna replace all of this with our high upgradation. I'm gonna leave a small district over there. I do want to actually seam rip out the portion along this side right about out there, and replace that with the I want to clear out, basically clear out that portion right there. And we want to replace that with the other with commercial out near the front over this side. Not too bad. That's kind of basically what we're doing, is we're just replacing and rebuilding and remodeling. Over here, I do want to finish and add the rest of that commercial there. It will eventually get up and get building in that sense, but I'm going to try to keep this video about 15 minutes, another 15 minutes, just so that I can get enough time to get over to the library and upload this. So don't be alarmed that we don't do much of an expansion today, but I do want to plan to expand a little bit. There's a part that I do want to expand, and that expansion is a little bit over here. Now, in my previous video that I recorded, I wanted to build was a place to where we can have our how can I put it this way? Okay, so we're gonna have to decrease. What I'm trying to say is what I'm gonna put over here is our residential, not residential, but incineration plant down here. Come on, thank you. Is put that down here in this small little area here. It's to help improve on our location or maneuver of the incineration stuff. But we're not going to do that. That's just planning ahead. We're also going to need to add in ourselves a place to go around this, because we don't want to be like, say, hey, I've lost my capability of expanding enough. So, in that sense, a lot of this stuff is going to get replanned and rebuilt. You know, there's not enough workers, but that'll be fixed in due time. I also do want to go in and where we have the commercial like this, I want to remove that and replace it with that style, and do the same here. Just replace it to look like it's naturally flowing in that area. I also do want to go into our park section, and I do want to add in a couple of additional parks in here. In that regard. Let's go with a 2x2 common pool. Let's put that down like right there. That's going to help improve a little bit of the citizens' likeness. Is that large cinema? Let's see, can we put our... Hold on. I want to put a large cinema in here somewhere, but I don't think we have room. A large cinema could go there, but that's not where I want it to be. Let's go over to the ploppable Rico settings. I do kind of want to, add in a city zoo in here or somewhere, and I know we can fit it in somewhere. I just don't know how we're gonna fit it in. For market. Let's go with our go in here and let's say we don't have enough money. Let's also come down over here. Let's increase our budget because we are losing money per day. And I want to kind of go by 12 and then go by 12 as well to increase our usage of people paying, and it will help improve on our money increase. So we're not losing money, we're gaining money. And that's going to allow us to do a lot of things that I normally cannot do without additional help. Now, I have it elevated. The highway's going to get changed here. I just want to get our road down here. Down here. Now down here, it's going to be a one-way road. No, it needs to be a upgraded. Everything up to this point needs to be a one-way road. That's one way in, okay? And then we're going to create a one-way out over here. Now the reason why I'm creating the outway is because we want to add in our farming. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to take out my mouse. Mouse isn't working the best. I can do a lot. I can move it a lot faster with my trackpad. Now then let's take that road and refix it and put it straight down. Now the reason why we're doing it like that and making it a one-way in and out is because we're going to have it a two-way farming is going to be expensive. Now we're only going to go one forward this way. Now I do want to see if we can match our road up to that point there. Oh shit. Shippity ship. We're going to have to refix that road there. It needs to be a completely straight. Alright, and then we can close it off right there. And then we're going to go with the rest of the way up is going to be just a full distant. Having those small farms and those large farms do help. Should be whole 90 degrees. And then we need to make sure that the road gets connected. And it's not going to be perfect there, but that's because it's just along the road. And then we're going to put in our expansive. We're going to take only this road right here. Is if we can extend it by 2. By 4 is what I want it to be. Sorry, my eyes are kind of a little bit messed up, but we're going to put that along the... There will be more residential, but not much. Not much. Now, I do want to expand our industry, but before we can expand our industry down here, we're going to go in, and yes, there's going to be industry there, but it's not going to be, we want to take this road, and we're going to call this road, and I'm going to expand it out this far out, this way. And we're just going to fill this in a nice, complete manner. Because this is going to be our farmed area. Right here, because we've got that nice fertile land right against the ocean, which is not too bad. I'm going to kind of gather in a little bit more of that land out here. Okay. Now we're going to take our thing here. We're going to expand. We're going to add a little bit more some office space eventually. But we're going to make this our farming industry down here. So we don't want it to be like we're going to set our policy for city planning. Services. Actually, no, it's not that. It's this down here. What we're going to need to set that up is under farming. Okay, let's hope that's set up to farming. Move you and make sure that our farming is set up correctly for that area. It's not supposed to be farming area. Now, what I do want to do is we're going to take this road here and we're going to go straight in one way in. And we're only going to have it one way straight forward. Only that far up. And then what we're going to do is a 2-lane road going across. Okay, so we can get more of our farming is expansive. I also want to see if we can get another one going in a couple of these locations. Because this is the farming area and I want to kind of keep it that way, spread apart, spread out, look like it's farmland and not, you know, that. But we also do got some small city is what we're at right now. It's kind of nice to have a large city in our midst. Let's just see if we can fill that part in. I'm going to put in residential back there, just in that area. I also do want to go in, and we'll add more stuff in later, but I want to get in and get down here and find myself the twin incineration plant. No, not the, I said the twin incineration plant. There's not enough money. One of these does have a road connection to it, and I can't figure out which one has it. And it says not enough money, and I have that money, and it's like, it's available to me. So, where's that one down here? That should be gone by now, right? So now let's clear that out of here. We don't need it anymore. It's gone. Bye. But I do want to get our that incineration plant is worth 30,000 for that incineration plant, where as these are worth, I was worth 100. The cost is 100. But why? Does that cost 54? It's 1,054 because of the. Okay, I understand why it's why it's there. I want to see if we can take out a loan. I can pay this one out now, and then take that loan out. Because we're going to need it immensely. Actually, no. We're paying on that loan, right? Let's just pay it now. Just pay. It's easier to have that paid off. Paid off. I think we can wait on getting paid for our incineration. I do want to seam rip out that area here, and we're going to start replacing. If it's a commercial that looks like that, it's going to get replaced with more of a increased expansive of that, because we don't want any more of this. Which now I don't mind putting it along that side of that road there, but they just have to. It's a small little bit of road there. Actually, let's do this. Let's take out and cut this portion out of that. Now let's go and find and cut out. We really don't need. Do we got any other power lines? Because we don't need them anymore. Sorry about that. My phone's going off. About that, but I do want to expand. See, the problem is I want to get the incineration plant. I might go with a couple of these down in here. I don't want to be like, so no, can't do it, not gonna do it. But having a couple down in that area over there. For now, it'll probably be bad for the people who are living over here. Actually, let's do this. Let's put it over here, away from them. Away from them. I think that's going to help them a lot. It's going to allow these two here to have the way for them to turn around and just go one way and come out the other, so they're not like backing up traffic or anything in here. That they can only go around one way, and only in that sense. So if I had the traffic president, it would kind of maybe be a little different, but I don't want to enable that, not in this game. Oriental District zoning is a lot of industry, but that's alright. Let's go check up over here on the Holly Hills. And it looks like that we could probably, what I want to do here is, if we can, I only want to get rid of these portions right here. Now there's a reason. Now we're going to pause it. What I want to do is take and expand our road. Okay? I want to take it and expand it to there, and then hoping that, because I know I did this the previous recording, you see it won't fit there. So what we need to do is go in here and cut out that portion of the highway or the road and put that in. Now I do think that we could probably go and deal with a 6-lane road throughout here. And I think that might be a better option if we do that. It allows us to have upgraded stuff, you know. It's going to be bad for them, but allowing the upgradation to this road here ain't bad. It's going to hurt those people who are living across here, but hey, we can actually, let's do this. Let's upgrade it to have the and that's one lane, not I don't know it. I want this to have that to upgrade. So let's now let's reconnect our highway there. We're gonna definitely need to refix our little fiasco that we messed up over here that would mess things up there. Let's reconnect our highway. In both instances. And then we also want to connect it over to this one as well. But we want to make sure that in that sense. Let's now we need to basically what I kind of want to do is make sure that we can kind of how far can I get this? Okay, can I? Okay, so we can do that there, but I do want to kind of get the I think it's because it's just the height of it. And that's the problem. Okay, so I'm wondering if we could probably take this out and extend it out a little further out on the highway in this extent. Because I want to get it paging up. I think what we could do is page up and then put that there and then kind of go and go like that. It's not the best, but I think it'll do us good justice. No. I made that mistake that we need to use a two-lane road getting off. So, if we can kind of go and page down it, and then take it and put it down in there, that works just fine, and it allows us to take it across. I didn't mean to put it up like that, it just happened. We'll probably fix that eventually, in that sense. But we did get this road officially upgraded and officially changed to allow us to have that going around and allowing us to have quicker access in both that direction and over here. I do want to see if we can upgrade this road because it is coming to be a little bit busy. At least upgrade it into a, if we can, I'm not guaranteeing it. Whoa. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, so we don't want to do that. However, what we could do is go back and replace that highway. that little stretch there with that enter G, or I should say that road, and then we want to change these here to allocate for 4 lanes just here, and not more than that. We can upgrade this later if we needed to be. It does allow, it's basically allowing, oh, but these should be asymmetrical though. This part here should stay asymmetrical. So we don't want that to be changed. Just getting off the highway and getting on should be a 4 lane. And it should help our stuff there. Okay, so now let's, if we can come over here, and anything that is not considered let's take and clear out these areas here across the land line there, because we're going to replace those with our high-end stuff. We don't want it to be like low-end. So I prefer to have the high-end stuff to get upgraded. It's going to allow us to have some more stuff. It's not too bad. I also do want to get rid of these areas here and make a commercial zone out of that. I also do want to replace, we gotta fill that back in and fill that in. But I know we don't fill in all the places because we did get rid of that. It does allow us to expand a little bit more, not extensive, but it does allow us to get more people into our city and expand. As you guys notice, we did expand this farming area over here. I think that's a great idea that we have some farming. We're having a little bit of that there for the farmers. In that sense. Having a couple of incineration plants over there. I'm going to place a couple of incineration plants additional, because I don't think that we have enough incinerations going on in this city. It's got good enough incineration status, but adding a little more isn't too bad. So, adding a couple more, and then adding in and filling up this area here to get rid of that small little stuff. Now, I do want to say, I'm going to definitely get rid of you and replace this whole block here with interesting things. Because I want to put over here is the high-res commercial. I kind of am starting to kind of recommit and rezone stuff. This whole here is going to be a whole set of commercial here. Same with this one's going to be upgraded. We don't want to make everything worse. Getting rid of some of these small... This place over here is going to be a low residential area. In that sense. It's more of, looks like a lot of U.S. kind of buildings over there. It didn't load up all my assets that I wanted it to. But we're going to do the same over here. Clear those out. Replace those with high-end. I'm going to slowly start replacing these with low-end residential and stuff. I am actually going to add a office space over in this area. And do the same over here. We're going to remove that, clear that one out as well. Putting high-res information offices in that area is good enough for me. That's going to allow us to have some people willing. I want to put a couple over here by the highway. Be keen for the office workers. Very keen to work there. Allowing a little bit of that to fill in. I have a little bit of the office space enough for that in the way. Nothing's going to be too bad. We are in. I will fill in those areas over here that do have the filling. I also do want to make sure that everybody over in this area has the ability to be filled, because I know not every single one of them is filled up. I want to make sure that we do got the best things here. Now, I did expand some portions, but we are rearranging and upgrading a lot of stuff to, like, high-res stuff. Like, I do want to, like, this area up here. I should say this area up here is going to be removed and replaced into a small commercial area. Commercial area. Because we do have a little bit of that demand, but we're kind of getting everything slowly going to start getting up where I want it to be. For future preferences, do we have, that's done there, that's there. For future purposes, I do want to, we're going to expand slightly a little bit more, and not much more, because here's what I have in mind, is I do need to find the road guideline is right here, as we're going to add a full on I'm going to find that line there, and we're going to connect it there. We're going to allow that space is going to get expended over here, so is that one. Actually, I do decide I want to do something different here. Let's change this into avenue territory. Because I think if we upgrade this to avenues, the avenue, having it going down, not just have so they don't have a way to use the highway either, and they can use other routes if they need to. And I do want to build another road going from here to there. I'm only doing it in sporadic spurts. I don't want to, any way, shape or form, I do want to change the road that enters. See, there's a road that will, that's one way in there, and I don't know where it's at exactly, but I do want to make sure that we only have a one-way road going out of the farming area, and let's upgrade you. You go in. Kind of, I'll say that you can come up this way, but you can go in and out. We're going to kind of fill in some of this area where we want the commercial just along the side of this. We don't want to go and have the other side be residential now. So this is not like extensively being overly Now there's probably overlapping, but that's alright. I'm going to replace you. I'm going to remove that area there. And we're going to replace you with industry. Not industry, but residential. High res. And then replace that with, that there. We're going to also clear out that area there. And we're going to replace that with residential in that area. So that's kind of allowing us to get more residential, a little bit more of that. We do got a little bit of demand, so I'm going to kind of add industry there a little bit. Take and clear that part out and put that there. We're going to also expand our thing here. We want to make sure that when we do expand, that there's going to be industrial. I'm going to put it right on the edge of that road right there, because it's all supposed to be farming, and that's kind of what I wanted for that area. Let's check up on our electricity availability. Isn't the best. So I kind of want to, let's add one more of the water rotation to allow that to bridge between the gaps of those incineration plants to help out. I do also want to add in a couple of these out here to allow people to float and go around the city. Interesting enough so that we don't have many people wanting to go around the city and park, but also provides us some electricity uses. So if I can kind of do that, that'll definitely help. It doesn't help much, but it does help. It does help. Now, do we have, if we have need for more industry, I also do want to start creating a, that's where we have that, but I also want to see if we can go over here, across the highway, and I want to go into our junctions. Cloverleaf intersection. Not that. I want to see what else we've got here. Have a Gothic Diamond interchange. Don't know if I want that. We do got this interchange that does have underground stuff, but I don't want that one either. This small roundabout I do want to put somewhere in the city. In the city somewhere. And I don't know where I want to put it right now. You know what? We're going to clear out this section right there for good reason. We're going to put, I'm hoping that we can somehow we want to put in this small little roundabout in here somehow. And I think if we put that roundabout like right about here, I think we can expand our road a little bit. If we go to the road extension, go find the roads. Again, because I clicked on something I wasn't supposed to click on to get over here to access that. But what I can do is we can kind of have our intersection where I don't know how we can do it, but I think if we drag that in there from over here, and then we can drag that out from there, and that might help with a small little interchange, or we can because they're all wanting to turn around there, but I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So we're going to fill that. It's going to go right up to that point. And that one's going to go right up to that point, but those need to be a two-lane road there, because we want them to, but they don't want to go in and just go out and around. However, this one is the only one that will be going inward there. Inward. So that way, oh snap. Oh snap. Okay, what we're going to have to redo is, if we clear out this portion of the highway, we're going to have to replace our interchange the way I want. There. And then what we need to do is go back over here and we'll just click on the upgrade the road in the sense. Okay, so that road can't be upgraded. So we'll just see if we can bring in our highway road down that way in, and then that way in, but we upgrade it and switch the road to go out, so that they can go out and in that way. And if needed be, I actually do want to change that to a 2-lane going out. It's 3-lane going up into a 2-lane, so we don't have overly dramatic exit. I could have the 1-lane, but I think 2 lanes enough as is. Let's also go down into our traffic information, and we'll change this up a little bit. No, where is it? It's right down here. If we can click on the junction, okay? This junction, they don't have to stop. But I'm going to say that one has to stop. These ones have to stop going in. That one has to stop because that one's going inward. That one's going to have to stop, and it's going to be going one way. One way. And I want it one way, and I can't seem to change it one way. So I think having that there and just not having that there at all helps. and it will help us go out and around. Trust me, it's going to help there again off of that highway. I'm wondering if we can maybe see maybe a 3-lane, maybe having only a one-way in. Actually, no, I don't know if this roundabout's going to be the helpfulest. Is going to be helpful at all. I think what we should really do is get this path going here. I think maybe that's not a good idea to put that there. Put that there. So let's go see what other intersections I've got off the asset. Give credit to whoever they created. I don't know. I don't care. I'm going to actually, I think, because this is still going to continue to stay backed up here. So I think if we do that, and I think if we just clear this out, and I think what we'll do is I'm going to still connect them up, but I think what we'll do is we're going to upgrade this road here, reshuffle that road, and upgrade these two roads here and swap it around. Whoops, that needs to be swapped around there. And then we can take, finally got the big city, we can buy our next tile, which I do want to buy for certain purposes, but we're not going to do that right at the moment. We're going to put, what I want to do is just take and see if we can we can probably close that out and just have that going like in, not in, but we can readjust that and flip it. And that's going to definitely help take off the ease as well. I also do want to have is a elevated pathway from here. Actually, I don't think I can do that, though. Maybe that might help us, but see, there's something wrong with that being that way, and I have to see. It looks like that there is no... I think it's just because we have this over here, and we have this industry. And I think what we could possibly do is upgrade that road. It might help us to go a lot smoother. I think having this be upgraded to that one road, but I think that should be good enough for me. But we do need to go in here and fifth. Okay, let's go in and let's move this elementary school out of the way. Okay. And our fire station can get moved down to there. And then we can upgrade this over here, officially, allowing it to make it bigger, easier to flow through. And we're just going to do it up to basically about there, if I can. And that's going to have to get slightly shifted over to there for right at the moment. And upgrade you to that. And then we'll rotate this one over to their side, that side. But what I'm going to do here is unlock our last tile, unlock our next tile. It does seem that I do want to unlock that tile next, because unlocking it ahead of time will definitely help. I don't think we'll need it eventually. I can't go any further that way, but I do want to look at this here and see if we can modify this to make it look a lot smoother, or what do you call it? I see there's a 6 clover leaf interchange if we do need to use that. There's this new asset. This is just a oh, okay, that's a underground one as well. I kind of want to see what we've got here. This looks like I could probably modify this and that, but I don't know what I can do to in that, because this one, I do like this one here. I do like it in that sense that but I do want to it needs to go right there, but I can't fit it because I want to add and make an extension over. So what we could do is we could make it like have the interchange here, and then or move our highway out a little bit and expand it. But I don't know. I want to use this. I know what we can do. I want to make it so we can have. If this is going to mess with. Let's just pause it. This is going to mess with our thing. So I want to kind of get our city growing a little bit, and I want to kind of off it and kind of have this one go into the industry and have that one over there be another way to get in. Okay, so let's do this. Let's close out. Let's take 2 more out of that section over there, and then see if we can kind of put that there. Okay, that looks nice, and then we can close and bring it up and close it out, because that looks like a decent interchange in that sense, but I don't know if it's going to be 100% the best interchange here. So we'll try it and see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's also, I also do want to do one final thing before we do end this episode, is to make sure that this highway does have an improved or enhanced upgrade on that. Or kind of do it at least one more over here just in case. And then can I at least upgrade this here? Or let me see. How does this look? Okay, that looks like it's in that sense, but it looks not too bad. The last thing I'm going to be doing for today is just to get the connections in over here to our industrial area. So in order to do that, I think what we can do is let's take our highway and do a freeform, not a freeform rotation, but rotate it a little bit. I kind of rotate it like that a little bit, and then we're going to rotate it kind of like, now let's go up a little bit further, and then nope, let's just go right there and rotate it. No, I think going right about there, a little less on it. And that's going to kind of give us our rotation. Now, we're going to have to re-rotate it eventually. I figured let's get this fully built. All I'm going to have it do is we're just going to have it go up to this point up to there. And this point up to here. It's going to be more of kind of have it try and see if we can get it to connect to over there, which is going to be difficult because that highway is built upward, and we could probably move it down by 1. We could do that. Let's do that now before I forget. Let's take it off over up to here. We're going to go downward on it. So it's going to be really tough on the people who live here. Here when it gets done. I'm going to kind of try to see if we can get all the way over to no. Okay, let's do this. Let's see if we can take it and go page down 1 and then expand. We can keep it straight enough, because we'll do this, we're going to reshuffle this out and about, because I want to keep it straight as much as we can. Until we get right about there, and then allow it to be connected like so. It's all it is just going down and out of the highway road there. And then we can reshuffle that part of the road and make it so that it's going one way instead of the other way. And then what we can do is in order for us to connect it to the other side of the highway, we're going to need to I want to do this a little differently. Let's see if let's make our own inner interchangeable interchange here. Let's use this asset here. No, not that asset. I know I have one. And let's use a round, kind of like a predetermined built roundabout. But I do want to... Actually, let's do this a little differently. Let's take this road. I want to build a roundabout up here off the highway. But I do want to bring it up a small amount, not too much. And then take this and build our roundabout kind of like that. And then we'll cut out this part of the road. Actually, if we cut out majority, let's just cut out the roundabout. I think just get rid of it. Because I don't want it to be like a large road. I want it to be like, I want it to go halfway. Because it does add that extra extension on the road. Kind of want it to be close as we can get it to there. It's pretty good. And then we cut out this road here. And the reason why that is we're going to take the highway and I'm going to take it, go straight into there, and this one can go, if we can, take it like so, and rotate our highway like so, in that direction, so that it comes into a roundabout and then it leaves the roundabout. But we also want to upgrade, see if I can upgrade this roundabout to a highway roundabout. And all we're doing right now is it's a roundabout that will eventually be changed, because we're going to get rid of this road here for now. It will eventually go out to the highway up there. And I do want to increase our more of our office space. So what I want to do is we can say, let's see if we can connect this road and connect it. Wow, that lines up pretty nice. Wow, didn't manage to do that. But let's do one more going like so. Just like that. And this will be our more of our office space, because we do need that a little bit. But this is my last thing that I'm going to be doing here. I know I've been dragging this video on a little long. I'll also put it like right around that area there too. For now, that will eventually be going out to the highway up here. Up here, I'm wondering, hold on. I'm wondering, let's do that. I'm just going to do a test here. Because I said this is my last thing, I promise. I promise, 100% promise. If I can get this road let's see if we can go from over here. And I just want to see if it'll line up perfectly. Arg. Oh, now let's see if we can get this to line up perfectly. Because, okay, let's see if we can get this road to look like it will cross. It doesn't seem like so, but let's go page down. We're going to page up on this one. And then right, and I think what we can do is we'll cut out this part of it right here, and then we're going to take, and we're going to, okay, and then we're going to take this and go forward as close as we can get it to there, and then go up, because then that's going to allow me to extend this. I'm hoping that I can. Nope. It's wanting to go like this. It's not wanting to like go straight forward for me. So let's see if we can manage to let's see if we can do it with a small. Okay, so we can't do it with that, but let's see if I know we can do it with the 2-lane road here. If we can expand that way and upgrade the road to a natural heightened of this road. That does mean that there, but what I can also do now is I'm also going to take and we're going to cut out the highway, as in we're going to make a little nifty. Now what I want to do here is we're going to see if we can make ourselves a small tiny roundabout. And here we don't want to go like no. See, I wanted to make a roundabout and I wanted to go I don't think we can do a roundabout here. So let's just no, that's the large one. This is the small one. It would fit right here if we got rid of some roads and stuff. I don't know if we got, let's try this. Let's go back by 2 here. Do that there too as well. We'll go back far enough and we will. And now, could I go page up and see, its space is already occupied. I'm wondering if there is any. It might be that. Let's just try making our own, I guess. It's really tough in trying to make your own roundabout using highway pieces and stuff. So let's do this. Let's see if we can. It might be a crappy roundabout, but no, I don't want it to be crappy. Okay, let's go. Let's try to see. Let's start it lined up with that road, and let's do this a little differently. Let's take it with the natural one-way, two-way road, and make a roundabout like so. Let's go with. Let's try to see if we can make it a smaller. Notorious. What we could do is we could have make it like our own. own kind of notorious roundabout here. But then we can kind of go straight a little bit, and then I'm kind of trying to make my own little roundabout. It's not going to be the best roundabout, of course, but it's just going to be a natural indication of a roundabout. It's not the best roundabout, but it should do the job here. And let's upgrade that. Now let's see if we can upgrade that to our highway. Okay, so we're gonna, let's cut that part out, let's cut that part out, and let's see if we can extend our highway out a little bit further. I don't want to go to the extent of, let's extend it out a little bit to curve it out, not too much, and then curve it back into here if we can, and then we will upgrade it. That is good as not good as what I want. Now we do need to make sure that it's rotated in one way and not a multiple. Now I might reduce this roundabout to a two-lane highway actually. So if we do that, and then it's a two-lane, doesn't need to be like the expensive of the original highway that I haven't planned. And then we can extend the highway from here. I don't want to expand this one to that point. Okay. Hold on, let's see if we can... Let's take this highway. Let's see if we can go from this point, from a point right about there, take it to that point, and then have this point go in like that. And then we rotate, this needs to be rotated back that way. And then this can go having that little highway up there on the top of that roundabout down there, it's not going to be the best for everybody. Let's start off snapping here. Let's turn off the grid snapping and show road guidelines. And flip it. And I think that should do us some good. It's going to be a roundabout, and I might have, there's just a highway roundabout that's allowing us to round things in order. We could do that, do a different way that I have in mind. But I think if we finish it up like the way, and let's turn back on these guidelines. Then we take it and then we build one that goes from here. Not enough money. Take that small loan out, just a small one. Ah, that's what's occupying it. So let's move that over there. Not too bad. Let's kind of try to see if we can get this road to line up perfectly. Line up perfectly, and then we'll bring it. Nope. Okay, so then we're gonna have to let's do this up here. Line it up, and then we'll go page down. Okay, and then we will gotta rotate it this way. And that allows us to have our industry can come in through here, and it'll help us to get things across the city quicker. I feel like that's a nasty roundabout. So let's see if we can, where we have our thing is, I feel like that we could make this a little, whoa. I think I can make this seem a little bit better. Like, it's kind of like a small little roundabout. We can make this look a little bit decent, better. I should say looks nice to aesthetics look, but I think that looks nice there. I'm using the normal regular highway, but we will downgrade it here in a minute. No, that's going to look horrible, so we go this way a little bit, and then we highlight it. That is going to look horrible, so let's see if we can expand it out a little bit this way. Still going to look a little horrible. Let's see if we can rotate it a little bit. That looks much better, much better. Much better. Or we can try and see if we can mimic. Hold on. Or we can try and see if we can mimic the other side in the extent of, we will expand it slightly and then take our, nope, let's expand it, the angle a little further. It does kind of, I think that might do us some good. And then we got to rotate it back this way. And then what we can do is use the 2-lane for this one, this part of the area, and we'll go straight like so. And then we'll have this one's going to go straight like so. But then we cut off that portion there. And that one's going to have to be re-switched over. I think that should be giving us a good roundabout. It's not going to be the best roundabout of all time. I think maybe what we should do, let's do this a little differently. What we could do is, it's the highway, right? Because we do have this kind of like acting as like a roundabout. But I think let's do this a little differently. If we can manage to keep the highway from... If we can, let's just manage to rebuild the highway back the way it looked before we did this. And what we can do is, even if we close that one out there, not upgrade it, but move the highway going from here and not really go down. Let's take it down by 1 down here, and then close in like that. And we'll do the same. Let's do the same in a different path. Like so. And then, in that sense, we can bring in is a 2-lane, like, we'll just bring in a distance too short. But what we can do is, instead of that, let's create, is where we want this to be a going this way and going in across. So what we can do is, we did make a slight mistake. We're going to have to resituate the highway to... If we do this, that'll indicate, that'll tell me that I have to fix it. So what we want to do is take the 2-lane, 1-lane road, is to go... One's supposed to go this way into that one. This one's... One of them's supposed to come from over here and go into that lane. Okay? And that's good and dandy. But we also do need to make sure that the highway can add and cope if we go page up slightly, and then bring our highway down slightly there, and then come down by going page down a little bit. E and space is already occupied. Let's see if we can take a little different approach. Let's see if we can go and take a page up. And then we cross over, like, slightly cross over to enough to give it an angle a little bit, but not like an overly dramatic angle. And then we kind of find a way to... I'm going to go straight slightly a little bit more, and then see if we can rotate it like so, so that it does have that slight little angle there. It's alright. I don't want it to be looking, needs to be not 100% nice. It just needs to get ourselves across the highway as needed. Nope. I need this style here. Yep. That is connected correctly. And then we need this highway to go and that way. So what we can do is we will take our little piece here. This is going to go page up a little bit, and then I'm going to go page up a little bit even further. Just one more page up. And then we can go page down, or at least go until we can get it to line up nicely. We can go page down and page down slightly there, and then see if we can bring down a... Hey, we don't have enough money. Oh, nabbit. So we're just going to have to wait a little bit. So let's hit play. Just because I know it's going to mess up our setup here, but it does have the extent of there we go. Finally got that down in there. Now, because this needs to go in this direction in the first place. Then we need to shift this one back the way it was originally supposed to. Go. If the distance too short, but no, it's not. Alright, so the last thing I need to do is, before these, we don't get these complaints later on down the line, we're going to close and fill this gap up with the wonderful, lovely water. And then the same over here. We want to make sure that everybody has water equal amounted into the city. Alright, and then I believe that we could possibly, let's just connect it over there, over to here. And I think that's what, and then I'm going to place one that goes right under the highway here. I don't have enough money. Darn nabbit. Alright, there we go. So that's going to give us more offices. Now, we did lose some of our people in the city. Down under here. Where we do have, I want to go in and there is one of the roads that have been disconnected under here, and I know that proven for sure. Like, that's going to get removed. Like, there's not going to be a road under here anymore. So we don't want people to cross over any further. There is a small tiny little oop. We don't want people crossing under there any further, because it does allow us to have different instructions to get across. So I am a little bit stickler on that like that, but I don't know if there's any other spots that did get disconnected. For this sense of making that, I do want to go over and do one final thing. We do want to increase this to a 4-lane to allow it to that it's merging in traffic and merging out of traffic. And if it decides it needs to go down there, it's got a distance, conservable at distance. Same with that one there, that one there, and that one there. Is allowing considerable distance to go around the city. Now, I am going to leave it there for today. I do want to say that please do remember to, that if you do remember, I'm not going to, I shouldn't say, if you remember that you can like, comment, and subscribe if you choose to. Under here, I want to rename the Holly Hills and Oriental District. You can go down into the comments down there and put your suggestions down there. We are going to be expanding with some suburbs out over here, not to be expansive. Our main city, if we have a look at this, we did get our crematorium, so I will get some crematoriums here and eventually. For now, we'll do that next episode or some sort. But I want to leave this side of the highway up to here is going to be our main city. Out here is going to be suburbs. In that sense, I don't want to be like, hey, you gotta go and be oriented or whatever. So I hope you guys did enjoy this wonderful, lovely series. I did take about maybe an hour, 2 hours long. Some of those stuffs might be cut out. I am not the best at doing reviews and doing content for this wonderful, lovely video. Please do, if you haven't already, please do remember that if you are wanting to watch more of this series, you got that subscription button there. Patreon will be eventually coming, but I don't know when. So I'll let you know. And then the final thing that I want you to do, that you don't have to do, is if you want a name, just go down there and put it in the comments. Also do like if you like this video. It really does appreciate that. I know that you like it. And thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.